Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna revisit the 6.1 liter Magnum. We're about a week, I want to say about a week and a couple of days past the last time you guys seen this car. It's been torn down like this, waiting for parts to come in. It's been sprayed down with some WD-40, and I just got done spraying it down with brake cleaner to make sure everything is nice and clean, or at least all the oily stuff is off the gasket surfaces. So, yeah, just gonna jump right into it. We got the parts in. We're all sitting over here on the bench. So we've got the comp cams, thumper cam, which doesn't require any valve springs or push rod changes in order to just put it in. So this cam literally just drops right into the motor. And here are the specs on that. It is a 113 lobe separation angle, 500 intake, 495 exhaust, and that should be all at 50,000. So that's literally a drop in and go cam. We've got hardened head bolts. We have head gaskets. We have the valve cover gaskets, the valve seals. We have the rear main seal, which we're not going to use because the motor's not out of the car. RTV. Basically, the only thing that will be missing once we're finished with this install is oil and antifreeze. Essentially, we didn't lose any trans fluid or anything disconnecting any of the trans coolers. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into this today. I'm gonna get this done. I did a little bit of cleaning on it to see how the paint is gonna come out, and this was literally, I just sprayed it down with soapy water and wiped it off. So it's not the cleanest, but I wanted to see what it's gonna look like. I mean, look at the windshield, and that was literally just soapy water, and that was actually a dirty microfiber cloth I wiped that down with on the windshield. But I kind of did a little rough wiping on the door and the fender, and I think it's gonna come back and be okay, be a decent driver car. It's definitely gonna run a lot better. But yeah, after we're done with it, we're gonna take it out, and it's gonna get it is gonna go and get washed, take it to a car wash, and just clean it up. The owner's gonna paint it anyway, so the condition of this paint really doesn't matter too much. So in general, though, very, very, very nice car. The interior needs detailed as well. But yeah, after this, we have another project coming in on the channel. It is a 2012 Charger. This is kind of a weird, awkward deal, but as most of you know, I bought that motor right there in the corner as a just a mock-up engine, just to see, basically just to see how we're looking with the supercharger fitment. So that motor has served its purpose. It is a running 27,000 mile motor, and this motor will be going into a 2012 Charger that's an ex-cop car. And the deal for that is I wanted $2,000 for this engine and $1,000 to install it, so $3,000 total. And a guy would have been able to drive his car back out of here. Well, come to find out, he has a 2012 Charger that has been abandoned since 2015. The car only has 22,000 miles on it. It is a disaster. The interior is destroyed. There is no front bumper on it, no header panel, no rear bumper. The windshield, the moonroof, and the rear glass are blown out of the car. And it is, when I say disaster, that actually doesn't do that car any justice. So the agreement was, it's a 5.7 car, it's a true RT. It is the Road and Track Performance Package, so it's got the 306 rear diff. Like I said, it's been abandoned forever. It has no title. There is no key fob. And I did a little research. I checked the VIN number. The VIN number did come back clean. and it did come back as a no liens, no anything. So somebody bought the car, paid it off, and parked it after a while. It's only got 22,000 miles on it, like I said. So that car, it's actually my mom's birthday coming up here in a few weeks. What the goal is, I'm going to take this engine, and I'm putting this engine in his current car that he drives around. He's going, after I'm finished, he's going to give me that charger. I am going to go through a couple different things to try and get a title for it. And I'm going to fix it up, and I'm going to give it to my mom as a birthday present. She knows about it. I've told her. I told her it's going to be a while before it's done. It's probably going to be about a month and a half before it's completely done and able to even go for its first drive. But yeah, we'll get more pictures and stuff of that as it comes along. The car isn't in that bad of shape, but like I said, it's a basket case. It's a disaster. Nothing that I can't handle. Nothing that I don't have extra parts for. Nothing that I can't go get parts for. I mean, with 22,000 miles, if it's got a green Michigan title, which it shows that it's never been wrecked, it's never been anything by its Carfax and the VIN report. So it's going to have a clean green title. You know, to go buy a 22,000 mile 2012 Charger, probably a $25,000 car. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but just judging by looking around, I mean, I know it's a 2012, and we got Scat Packs and stuff out that right now that are going for, you know, 29 to 35 used. It's just, you know, I did a little blue booking on it, and once it's all said and done, it's a worthwhile car. I won't have much into the vehicle at all, and it'll be a nice car for my mom to drive around. So, still, as far as the supercharger update for the 2014, I will walk out here and give you a bit of an update on that car. I did get my aftermarket hood in for it, and I will say it fits like absolute trash, but nothing I can't handle. I've had to repair worse. It's not that it came in damaged. It's just, as you can see, the gaps, it does not fit too well. So I'm gonna have to run hood pins to bring that passenger side of the hood down. But I did get the Hellcat style hood because I figured, hey, if the supercharger fits underneath a Hellcat hood, an OEM one, it should fit under this. Plus, for $375 brand new, I couldn't pass it up. And it is still bare. It's not even in gel coat right now. So they'll be coming back off the car here soon. I just wanted to test fit it and see what I'm up against. So, and that was literally, this was probably about 20-30 minutes of messing around with it. I just dropped the hood on and bolted it down. I didn't really play with it much when it came to body lines and alignments and stuff like that. So I know I just keep taking on project after project, but when it comes down to my mother's car that I'm giving her, it'll be a you know, that car, in between that car, as soon as my machinist is done with my supercharger pulley brackets, I will get that put on. That's only about an afternoon's worth of work. I can do that outside. The weather's actually now warming up and being pretty nice. As far as the 2012 that you see rims leaning up against here, this car locked the lifter up, so this car needs cam and lifters. I have everything on the way to do that. So I just wanted to give an update to the channel. I'm going to get to work here on this Magnum, so I can, I'm hoping that I might possibly hear this car run today. Who knows? It'd be nice. We'll see.